So, dear friends, welcome to the afternoon session for this inorganic chemistry. Regarding the status of the corona, we have no idea, but certainly the wave is there in the Punjab area. So, you must take precautions regarding the issue. Health is very important. So, dear students, we are discussing the metallurgical aspect, and you know that we require metals for our. Okay, so we require metals, and for that purpose, we have to extract the metals and the sources from which, okay, the source from which we can obtain the these metals. You can see that we have the earth crust as an important source of the metals, and we have huge number of ores which exist, which occur in different combined forms in the earth crust. Similarly, you have certain other sources, just like your seawater. You know that one maximum portion of the earth is occupied by the water, and sea occupy the maximum percentage of water. So you will have a majority of the important halides and other metals which can be exist in the seawater also. Okay, so you have these two important reservoir for the metal and elements from which you can obtain these precious metal and useful elements through proper extraction process, okay, through proper metallurgical processes. So we are just today we are going to have another topic. So just wait, because we are facing some problem regarding internet connectivity. The signal is not that much good today, so there is a poor connectivity. So we are facing some problem. Sometime you will not able to see the video, sometime it may disconnect, but anyhow we have to proceed. So we are just discussing the metallurgical aspect as important process which should be there so as to obtain the metal of our use from different ores. Okay, so we have number of minerals, but all the minerals are not categorized as a ores. Ores are those components from which we can beneficially extract the metals. Okay, so those are the ores. So today we are going to have another topic. So we are going to discuss the electrolytic reduction. The electrolytic reduction for the certain metals, mostly the reactive metals, okay, just like your sodium, aluminum, okay, magnesium. Okay, so these metals cannot be reduced by simple carbon. Okay, so you have to have some other method which can be applied. Okay, so they can be reduced by electrolysis, and these metals are not obtained by electrolysis from the aqueous solution of their salts. Okay, so these electrolytes are in molten state. Okay, so you cannot have the electrolytic reduction in some cases in the aqueous state. Okay, but these used to have in the molten state. So we require this process because of the simple reason that carbon cannot reduce these oxides, so you have to have some other process. So this electrolytic reduction is one of the important process in the metallurgy, which is usually explored by certain metals, and these metals are the reactive metals, just like you have the sodium, magnesium, okay, aluminum. So these are the reactive metals. Okay, and these metals will not these oxides cannot be reduced by simple the use of carbon, as you have in certain cases the reduction by carbon, so it is not possible here. Okay, and that can be reduced by electrolysis. And these metals used to have certainly lie in a different state, that is a molten state. So we have process of reduction in the molten state. Okay, so you can have a number of such examples where there is a electrolytic reduction, and we have the electrolyte of these elements. Okay, either as a hydroxide or it may be chlorides. Okay, these are the different salt form you can have, just like the sodium can be extracted, can be electrolytically reduced. When you have a sodium hydroxide, you have Kastner process, you have Doms process. Okay, so it depends upon the type of the electrolyte you have. Okay, and in the electrolytic reduction, you will have the role of the electrodes, where this reduction is taking place. Okay, so you have cathode and anode. At cathode, there will be a reduction. At anode, there will be oxidation. So you can see how there is a reduction by gain of electron. You are getting the metal just like sodium here. In the first case, when we talk about the electrolytic reduction of sodium, Kastner method or the process, so you have the oxidation of this hydroxyl ion, where the oxygen is liberated along with the water. Okay, and there will be electron liberation. So this is a oxidation process here. Similarly, you can have sodium chloride. So here the reduction is taking place at cathode to form the or to extract the sodium, and chloride undergo oxidation to liberate this chlorine gas. So this is how you have two electrode system, where at one point the reduction is taking place, whereas at another point there is a oxidation which is occurring at the anode surface. Okay, similarly magnesium, when it is present in the molten state as a magnesium oxide, so you can have the electrolytic reduction, where the Mg2 get reduced to Mg metal, and oxide ion get oxidized to oxygen at anode surface. Okay. Similarly, if you have the species from which you want to extract or from which you want to obtain the metal, magnesium chloride, then a similar process will be there. Okay, there will be reduction of this Mg positive to magnesium at the cathode surface, and there will be oxidation of this chloride ion into chlorine gas with the liberation of the electrons. Okay, so this is taking place at oxidation taking place at anode surface. Okay, similarly, if you have the aluminum, so aluminum oxide, which may be present in this form, okay, having fluoride. So there is a reduction process which will taking place when you dissolve this one. So it will have these moieties in the given solution. So this aluminum 3 positive undergo reduction at cathode surface, and oxide is going to liberate oxygen with the liberation of electrons. Okay, so you can see how you have the reduction of the metal ion to obtain metal. Okay, means you have metal, and this metal is coming either from certain molten state, and these metal ion undergo reduction to form the metal. So this is your metal. Okay, so ultimately you are obtaining the metal through the electrolytic reduction. So this is occurring because carbon alone cannot reduce metals, these metals in these states. Okay, so you have to have some other process just like the electrolytic reduction process. So this is how the electro reduction is taking place. We will just have similar reactions and the processes which will be going to take up. So now the aspect which we are talking about, that is the metallurgical process. Okay, so we have pyrometallurgy where the thermal treatment is gradually carried out in order to obtain the metal. Okay, so we have just put the emphasis through the ED diagrams. Now we have the another aspect where you can have the situation, and that situation is covered by this topic, that is a hydrometallurgy. Okay, so hydrometallurgy involves the extraction of metals. Okay, metals which is obtained from ore by preparing the aqueous solution of its salt, that is metal salt, and recovering the metal from its solution. Okay, so you have metal, salt. Okay, you will dissolve that salt in solution, and from solution you will obtain the metal. Okay, solution means there is a presence of water. Okay, so what process it will involve, that will be leads to the hydrometallurgical process. Okay, so basically this process involves the number of steps. Okay, so first, leaching or dissolving of metal and its compound in water. Okay, the commonly additional reagent, suitable reagent is there. And then separation of waste and purification of leach solution, and precipitation of metal or one of its pure compound from leach solution by chemical and electrolytic means. Okay, so we used to call hydrometallurgy because water is involved. You are preparing the solution for getting the metal into the water. So you are preparing the metal salt solution in water, and then you are following the suitable processes so as to obtain the metal either by chemical or by electrolytic means. Okay, so you can have both the option here in the hydrometallurgy, that you can explore chemical means as well as the electrolytic means. Okay, so you can just see how you have the hydro metallurgical aspect where the silver is present in the form of ore, and you want to extract this silver. Okay, so you are having certain proper reagent just like the sodium cyanide. So when this sulfide ore react with this, so there is a formation of this complex. Okay, which will encapsulate the silver content. Okay, whereas it will form sodium sulfide. This form complex further undergo, okay, this form complex further undergo reaction with the more electropositive metal. Okay, so you just give maybe the electropositive, the complex we form here. Okay, we have to just put focus on the metal which we want to obtain. Okay, the metallurgical aspect. So you have to choose the metal which should be more electropositive as compared to the. Okay, so we should be more. Dear students, there is a signal problem also. So I'm just trying to speak loudly, but sometimes the issue is that sometimes there is a poor connectivity and I'm not able to share the video properly here. It is coming, and so anyhow we have to manage today because this is happening since morning. So what's happening here? So in the hydrometallurgical process, okay, now I think sound is okay now. Yeah, sound is audible to you. Sir, no. So now it's okay. Okay, it is because of the signal problem. Okay, because I can see that signal is now lowest level now. Okay, so anyhow, I'm just reflecting the thing through this pointer, so you can just focus on the slides also. Okay, so it is connecting and disconnecting now. Connecting is going and coming. What is this? So what we are discussing the hydrometallurgical process where how you can obtain silver, okay, from the sulfide ore. Okay, this complex is formed, then you will have the suitable reagent that should have strong electropositive character. Okay, means you will select the metal that should have a higher electropositive behavior with respect to itself. Okay, so when it reacts with the complex, just like you have the zinc, so this zinc is this silver. So because of this, this will occupy this position and this silver will come out because of the lesser electropositive character. Silver will going to form this silver, and you will have the possibility of this complex. Okay, so this is the way how you can obtain the uh, noble metal just like the gold also. Okay, so on the same lineup you can have the hydrometallurgical process from where you can obtain the pure uh, metal. Okay, so this is not a crude metal, okay, which may further require certain refining process. Okay, so this is simply based on the displacement reaction. Okay, means if you have some electropositive metal, it is going to displace the metal just like silver and the gold from its coordination sphere, and it will liberate the crude metal. Okay, so this is how you can have this extraction process which involves the use of electropositive metal. Okay, so now sound is audible to everyone. Raise your hands where sound is audible to everyone now. Sound is audible to everyone. Okay, because it reflects that signal at my end is not strong. Okay, okay, anyhow. So, in the hydrometallurgical process, which is based on the principle that more electropositive metal displays a less electropositive metal from itself. Okay, so this is the process which is based on this principle that there will be a displacement of the metal which is a lesser electropositive. So you can have the metal in this complex, and this is a more electropositive metal. So it is going to form this type of complex, and you will get the metal. Okay, so you are going to have the metal. So this is your metal in which you are interested. So this is the way how you can obtain the metal of your interest. Okay, so there are certain processes which used to be involved in the metallurgical aspect, just like we have the Kroll process which displays the mechanism how you can obtain the metal. Okay, so you can have the similar type of the process where the hydrometallurgical process is of obtain the pure metal. Okay, so you can see that in this process we have the production of the type, the magnesium metal can be obtained in this fashion. So what is this? This is a process where we have to have the different processes, which is based on the hydrometallurgical aspect. So just wait. So now again, wait. I'm not able to share the slides because of the poor connectivity. So just wait, students. So it is coming and going. Okay. So you can see the Kroll process involves, you will have the ore of that particular matter, that is your titanium. Then this ore is under certain treatment. This is your titanium oxide reacted with the chlorine to form titanium chloride. Okay, this is the ore and it undergo this process. This process is a chlorination, then is a purification process, and ultimately you will have the displacement reaction here, where the titanium chloride react with the magnesium to liberate titanium metal and form the magnesium chloride. Okay, so this is the way. Okay, and after this, whatever magnesium chloride is obtained during the process, that is further undergo electrolysis to obtain again the chlorine gas which is used in this process. Okay, this is the whole how the whole process is proceed when you have the hydrometallurgical operation. Okay, so this is the electrolytic Kroll process for the extraction of titanium from the ore. That is the ore of oxide, titanium oxide. Okay, so this is a block diagram which reflects the sequence of the events. Okay, you can see how one event is taking place after the another, but it involves the displacement reaction, which will displace the titanium from the chloride. Okay, and you will get titanium metal and this is a formation of magnesium. Okay, so this can be explained in the next slides. You can have the reaction like this. So why we are moving from the reduction which seems to be possible by carbon? So this is not possible by carbon, okay? Because when carbon come in contact with the titanium oxide, it used to form carbide, okay? And not the free metal. This is not okay. So naturally, we have to look for some other process, and that process is Kroll process, where we used to explore the ores. That ore after proper conditioning converted into the chloride, and that chloride in presence of more electropositive element display its activity and liberate the titanium. Okay, this is a displacement reaction which is based on less electro positive character of the titanium and higher electro positive character of the magnesium. Okay, so initially we have some other processes which used to be explored for the same purpose. Okay, but require the other you have other additional steps as well. Okay, but when you carry on the extraction process by this method, okay, so you have to have the situation where you can explore, okay, you can explore the things by having certain additional or the side product which is formed during the reaction that can be further recycled and can be used again and again. Okay, so you can have the block diagram which clearly indicates how the chloride which is generated as a side product can be further used by the process of electrolysis, and are obtaining the chlorine gas. And that chlorine gas is simultaneously uh, explored or used for the chlorination of the titanium oxide in this process. Okay, so this is a use of the side product which is generated as a part of the Kroll process. So you can have that possibility that you can explore the side product for the chlorination purpose, and it will enhance the possibility that there will be of waste material. So whatever we are our process. Okay, so you can see here this is happening. This is here we are using the carbon also, but it is not going to reduce as you can have in some other reaction, but the role of the chlorine is very important and it is going to form this chloride. Okay, and for the liquid magnesium, okay, this is more electropositive, okay, as compared to this one. Okay, so it is going to display this one, display this metal from its position, and as a result of that, you are able to obtain the metal. Okay, so there is a reaction here, which is by mistake there was a, so you can have the formation of this titanium metal in the solid form. So just wait, because the slides are not moving. Just wait, because of towards signal, I'm not able to move the slide. So have a patience. So dear students, sorry, because of activity it was disconnected. So sorry for the interruption. What we are discussing how there is a displacement of the metal. So this reaction is explored in this methodology. Okay, so you can have the reaction where this titanium chloride is further displayed by the magnesium. Similarly, you can explore some electroactive elements just like sodium. Okay, you can see from here that how you can have the other electropositive element which can be explored for the same purpose. Okay, so similarly you have the titanium chloride which is reacted with the sodium, and ultimately you are obtaining the titanium solid. Okay, so reaction is usually carried out in argon atmosphere to prevent the violent reaction of magnesium and some other reactive element with the air. Okay, so when you are carrying the reaction with the magnesium, okay, then we are obtaining this as a side product. So this is tapped off, and you are getting the titanium, and the impurities which you are obtaining can be further purified through refining process. Okay, but whatever you obtain, okay, so this will further undergo electrolysis, and because of the electrolysis you are obtaining the chlorine gas and the metal. Okay, so chlorine gas is used for the chlorination of titanium oxide. Okay, as I have explained in the second slide. Okay, so this is taking place. So instead of magnesium you can have the capacity to use sodium also, but you should store this compound or this element in kerosene because it is reactive. So you have to have this type of the situation where you can explore such type of the processes for the purpose of extracting the metals. Okay, so there is a patterning process in the metallurgy, is the separation of gold and silver by chemical or electrochemical means. Okay, so gold and silver are often extracted together from the same ore. Either they can be obtained from the same ore or recovered as a byproduct from the extraction of some other metal ores. Okay, so you have to have the partnering process which will explode either by chemical way or by electrochemical means. So you have that possibility. Okay, a solid mixture of two is known as a bullion of these two metals, and can be partitioned by simple boiling in nitric acid. The silver is dissolved as a silver nitrate, leaving residue of gold that can be filtered off, okay, and washed. And silver is precipitated out of the solution by adding the ferrous sulfate. So this is a traditional method used for assaying the content of gold and silver sample. Okay, so this is the partnering process you will usually find as a traditional method. Okay, so partnering process, most gold and silver are partnered electrolytically after being recovered from the left out ores or their residues, just like from the copper refining or metallic byproduct of the lead and zinc smelting. Okay, so the mixture is cast into anode, which is usually placed into electrolytic cell and subjected to the electric current. Okay, means we are heavily exploring the electrolytic cell for the extraction process. Okay, we are exploring the oxidation and reduction. Okay, so at oxidation you are going to have the process where uh, the product is going to be oxidized at one point, and at another electrode you will have the reduction. Okay, where you are going to obtain the metal. Okay, silver dissolved in the electrolyte and then deposited on the cathode. gold and trace amount of silver are recovered, okay, and partitioned either electrochemically or by boiling sulfuric acid and nitric acid to dissolve the silver. Okay, so you can have the wide range of the situation where you can have these precious metals. Okay, so we prefer to have the partied either by the electrolytical method or by boiling the concerned mixture with the acids, especially the mineral acid, just like your sulfuric acid and the potassium nitrate. Okay, so so this has been acid-less separation based on the vacuum. Okay, there are certain processes which we used to apply for the extraction. For some years now, a new acid-less separation process based on the vacuum distillation method is being used. Okay, so now this has been replaced. Okay, so we have to have another process which seems to be a vacuum based distillation process. Okay, so it is a physical method which does not use any chemical and therefore considered as a greenest approach for the gold partitioning processes. Okay, so you can have the novel metals which can be partitioned by certain methods which also use the wet process use of mineral acids, but now we have some other physical process where there is no need of such acids. So this is a acid less separation process based on the vacuum distillation method. Okay, so it is not involving any use of chemical, therefore it is considered to be a greenest approach so as to obtain the gold. Okay, so this is a little bit about the electrolytic reduction and how Kernel process is going to be applied in order to obtain the pure uh, or you can say crude form of the titanium metal. Okay, so you must realize that there are certain processes where the reduction of the metal oxides is not possible by the carbon alone. Okay, so you have to have certain other methodology in your mind. So this electrolytic reduction is one of the way so as to obtain the metal from its chloride, from its oxide, from its hydroxide. Okay, so you have seen how we can obtain sodium from sodium hydroxide or sodium chloride. Similarly, how we can obtain the magnesium. Okay, magnesium from its oxides when it is present in the molten state, or from the chloride. Okay, so you can have that opportunity. Instead of exploring the reducing agent as a carbon, we can apply the electrolytic reduction process, which will be fruitful, and through the electrolysis we are going to obtain these metals. Okay, so you have to have that facility which can be given by the hydrometallurgical aspect. So when you have the pyrometallurgical aspect, there we are exploring the thermal variation. Okay, we are heating certain ores and its oxides, and we are carrying out the different metallurgical operations. Okay, so here we are just exploring the aqueous chemistry or the molten chemistry, molten state form of the ores, which further converted into either into chloride or oxides. Okay, so here hydrometallurgy is a process where we are exploring the use of the aqueous, that is water content, where you have dissolved your concerned salt into the solution, and solution is prepared from water. Okay, and there you have two electrode system. One is cathode, another is anode. Okay, at cathode you are expecting the reduction process where the metal ion is get reduced to form the metal, and at anode you have the oxidation process where you can have the formation of chlorine gas, you have the formation of oxygen. So these two important electrode is a pillar where all the electrolytic reduction will be a part of the electrolytic reduction in the metallurgical aspect where we can have the crude metals. Okay, so you have to have the situation, Ankush. So I think this is a little bit about the process, and rest of the things we are going to have in the next session. So dear students, I am just launching one pool question. So this is your pool question. We are talking about the displacement reaction. Okay. So whatever chloride or whatever oxide you have, when it come in contact with the suitable metal which has more electropositivity, then definitely it is going to displace the metal which has lesser electropositive character in that particular compound or complex. Okay, so there is a displacement reaction which leads to liberate the which is going to liberate the metal from its spheres, and you are able to obtain the pure metal. Okay, so this is the question. Correct answer for this one is the first option. Okay, first option is the correct option. Okay, similarly you can have another question. Which of the metal is explored? So this is another question. We have just discussed certain aspect of coal process, how you can have the formation of chloride, and that chloride compound further react with the metal, and that metal is a electropositive metal, and that is going to displace the metal ion from its sphere, and there is a formation of the metal through the reduction process. Okay, so metal ion is going to produce the metal. So you have get the idea what may be the. Dear students, we cannot extend the session because of the simple reason this is a session which is already fixed. Okay, all the sessions are already planned and it has some fixed timing. Okay, it cannot be extended as per the need of the students and need of the teachers. Okay, once it is started it will be for 45 minutes. Although there is a problem regarding the internet connectivity, but the session is up to 4:40. Okay, so this is the question. Then the correct option is the second option. We are having the magnesium as important metal which will be explored by this method when you have the extraction of oxide. Okay, this titanium oxide. So you have to have the clear-cut idea about the electrolytic reductions, how you can have the displacement reaction, which is based on the electropositive character of the element. Okay. So thank you to all of you. Now you can just leave the session. Dear students, you have just 45 minutes. If you even extend your session, it will not include that period, okay? Because it has some specific timing, okay? So it will end exact at 4:30. So thank you to all of you.